St Andrews Park is one of the city's classic Victorian neighbourhood parks, laid out at the same time as the prosperous housing development around it. The wildlife area. Number 2 in a series of 6 information panels about St Andrews Park. This quiet corner of the park has been developed as a wildlife area, designed to provide a much richer variety of plants than can be found in the rest of the park. With this increased plant biodiversity, we thereby aim to attract a wide range of animals, birds, amphibians, insects and other invertebrates that wouldn't find much of interest in the closely mowed and busier parts of the park. The wildlife area consists of 4 different habitats. The meadow was sown in spring 2009 with a mix of native wildflowers and grasses. During the summer months, it is ablaze with colour and busy with insects. The pond was constructed in early 2008. It attracts and supports a range of wildlife, from frogs, toads and newts, to pond skaters, dragonflies and damselflies. The shade area under the mature ash and beech trees was planted in 2011, with a mixture of woodland plants like bluebells, wild garlic and red campion. The speckled wood is a woodland butterfly that has adapted well to urban Bristol. The caterpillar feeds on the meadow's wild grasses. On sunny days, it might be seen flying in the park at any time from March to October. Our wildflower meadow contains many plants like the knapweed, which provide pollen and nectar for foraging bumblebees and other insects. There is a healthy population of common pond snails in our pond, and they play an important role by keeping the algae and other water plants in check by browsing on them, as well as they themselves being food for larger animals. The hoverfly is a harmless, stripy insect, often to be seen around the pond area. This one is feeding on marsh marigold pollen. Many hoverflies, by mimicking bees and wasps, avoid getting eaten by predators. Up to 1 metre tall, the greater spearwort is an aquatic buttercup with large yellow flowers, and is well established on the margins of our pond. It is in flower in June and continues in flower until autumn. The large red damselfly successfully breeds in our pond. It is one of the earliest damselflies to appear each spring. The male finally emerges, having spent a year living underwater as a nymph. You will see these bright blue male azure damselflies, the females are green, flying around our pond from April until August. Most adults live less than a week, but continue to emerge from the pond throughout the summer. A once common vernacular name for damselflies was devil's darning needles. The rose chafer beetle can be seen sunning and feeding on various flowers in the wildlife area on warm sunny days between May and August. Although large, these beetles can fly quite fast. They lay their eggs in rotting wood. The yellow iris is to be seen around the edges of our pond. It is usually pollinated by long-tongued insects such as bumblebees, the flowers providing a sturdy platform for insects to land on. This may be the plant that inspired the heraldic fleur-de-lis. Did you know our pond swarms with frog tadpoles in early spring? Newly hatched tadpoles have no mouths and rely on a small supply of internal yolk until the mouth develops a few days later. Teasels grow in the meadow area. The dried seed heads were once used during weaving to raise the nap on or to tease fabrics like wool. St Andrews Park. Follow the trail to learn about the history, the birds and the trees of the park. Look out for the other 5 notice boards. The pond, constructed in 2008, was paid for by public collections made at several Music in the Park events. All photographs seen on this notice board are by Simon Randolph. These and many more photographs showing seasonal changes in the park's wildlife can be seen on the Friends of St Andrews Park website www.friendsofstandrewspark.com. Read by John Telfer for the Friends of St Andrews Park.